Of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Philly.
The homestand continues here at the Big A. Last night, the Angels welcomed in the Washington Nationals, and they took the loss in the first of 4 meetings this season. Tonight, they wrap up this portion of the meeting. It's game 2 of this quick 2-game set. We welcome you inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubicza. I'm Victor Rojas, and it was announced last night after the game. Dusty Baker, as a matter of fact, the Washington Nationals said that Bryce Harper was not going to be in the lineup tonight for the Nats facing Mike Trout. And of course, it's kind of a bummer for us considering how that first inning played out last night. But Harper had a 4-for-4 game, not in the lineup tonight, but still a very impactful Nationals lineup.
Well, when you think about it, Victor, that middle part of the lineup is as dangerous as anybody in all of baseball. When you think about it, the three of them combined for 56 home runs. It all hit well over 300. Daniel Murphy in that number 3 spot tonight, taking over where Harper was. 340 batting average. That's second best in the National League. He used the whole entire field very well. He could drive the ball out to right field also. When you think about Ryan Zimmerman, back up the middle approach, what an improvement in the batting average. Over 100 points better this season as compared to what he went through last year in a lot of injuries. Then you got Anthony Rendon. What a streak he is on. We saw that power stroke at the end of the game where he hit that ball well out to left center field. So the power between the three of them, outstanding. Mentioned 56 home runs combined. So you got to try to keep the ball in the ballpark against those three. The rest of the lineup still very dangerous also.
Alex Meyer gets recalled. He will get the start tonight. The Angels also made a move as far as the injury to Cameron Maven, placed on the 10-day DL. Shane Robinson is up, and he is getting the start tonight out in right field. Gio Gonzalez on the mound for the Washington Nationals. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. local Southern California Land Rover retailers. By Jack in the Box, come try the new sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger and chicken sandwich for limited time only. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
Welcome back out to the Big A. We wrap up this quick two-game set between the Angels and the Washington Nationals. These two teams will meet once again in D.C. in mid-August, part of a long road trip through Seattle, the nation's capital, and then the Baltimore Orioles for that weekend series. Halos trying to finish off here on a winning note. They lost 2 of 3. The Tampa Bay Rays would like to split this one, have the off day tomorrow before the Boston Red Sox come into town for a 3-game set beginning on Friday.
And Chris Sale on that Friday night, so you want to have you want to have that momentum going here with a victory today against another lefty who's had success against the Angels, Gio Gonzalez.
Take a look at the lineup for Dusty Baker. The Nationals coming to play today, leading the National League East by 11.5 games. They won 6 straight games. Brian Goodwin will lead things off at center. Ryan Raber gets a start at left with no Bryce Harper in the lineup. Daniel Murphy's at second. Ryan Zimmerman at first. Adam Lind DHing. Anthony Rendon, we mentioned him in the open. He's at third. Matt Wieters behind the plate. Stephen Drew gets a start at shortstop. Defoe gets a night off. And then Chris Heisey moves from left over to right field. I don't know what else you can say about this Washington Nationals lineup. It is a very, very good, deep lineup. That's the task that Alex Meyer has on hand. This will be his 13th start of the season. Gooby 3-5 with a 4.18.
I think, Vic, when you look at Alex Meyer, he has the stuff. If he's ahead of the count to dominate even this very powerful offense for the Washington Nationals, because he's got a fastball that can rush up there upper 90s, but he's got that very good wipeout breakable. That's going to be important against this lineup.
Take a look at the defense for the Angels behind Alex Meyer. With the changes as far as the roster, it's Revere, Trout, and Robinson from left to right. The infield with Escobar, Simmons, Pennington, and Crone from third to first. Maldonado behind the plate.
And Shane Robinson getting his first start in right field this season. His 20-plus career starts in all 3 outfield positions. A guy that has some pretty good coverage in the outfield, so anything hit in the outfield that stays in the yard should be called with that speed in the outfield here tonight.
Alex Meyer, as you recall, was sent down right before the All-Star break after his last start against the Minnesota Twins on July the 3rd. Made 1 start at AAA. That was against El Paso on July the 9th. 4 runs, 3 earned on 3 hits at 5 innings, struck out 7 and walked 2. The walks had been the issue this season for Alex Meyer throughout his career, but over the last 2 starts, 9 total walks. First one tonight is just inside.
That's a good pitch.
The ball 1. It looked like a good pitch. Corey Blazer calling the balls and strikes tonight. Doug Eddings at first. Laz Diaz at second. Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, is over at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goodwin last night ended up going 0 for 5. Nats had a total of 12 hits and picking up the 4-3 win. This one's out to center. Trout back a little bit. 1 down. 79 degrees here at the Big A. It's a little bit cooler than it was last night. Still a little muggy. The first out is recorded. We'll bring up Ryan Raber.
The big thing with Alex Meyer too, Victor, is just have that trust factor that you have the stuff to be successful at the major leagues. They don't say the same thing when you talk to them about these. I'm not young anymore. I have to have that mentality that I can get any hitter I want out with the stuff he has, but you just have to have that trust to be able to attack the strike zone and then expand when you're ahead of the count.
First fastball's upstairs to Rayburn, getting a start out and left. 291 batting average. The one-time Detroit Tiger. 23rd game with the Nationals this year. Sink on that 95-mile-per-hour fastball. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Alex, 27-year-old, native of Greensburg, Indiana. He was the Nationals' first-round pick, 23rd overall selection in 2011 out of the University of Kentucky. Blows that fastball right by Rayburn. 2-1.
That's when you look at that fastball for Alex Meyer, how special it can be on a fastball count. Gets it by Rayburn right down the heart of the plate, but at 96. Tough arm angle, especially a right-handed batter against him.
Breaking ball out to right. Robinson was shading him toward the line. Backs up, hauls it in as he backpedals onto the track, 2 down.
My Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful against this very good Nationals club. One little Eagles, best of my glove. I think it's going to come down to that defense. And we see some of the best defenders in the game on display for the Angels. Andrelton Simmons, our team Maldonado. We're going to talk about that as the game progresses. When you look at sabermetrics and how it's measured defense, these two top at their positions in the American League. Mike Trout do the same out in center also.
Murphy will take outside for ball 1. The second baseman last night ended up going hitless, going 0 for 4 with a couple of punch outs. 340 average, 16 home runs, 71 runs batted in. One ball, 1 strike. Mentioned Meyer being a Nationals draft pick, never pitched for the Nationals at the major league level, just 1 season in their minor league before getting traded in November of 2012 to the Twins in exchange for Denard Span. 1-2.
Again, staying balanced over that pitching rubber, important, very important for Alex Meyer. 6'9", and that front shoulder flies open. That's when that elbow drops.
1-2. Breaking ball, and he hooks this one out to right. Robinson racing over, dives, and he got it. Taking over for Cole Calhoun, who likes to fly like Superman, and Robinson fits right in for the 3rd out.
Sugar Shane showing some defensive skills here in the first inning on the dive with a play by Shane Robinson in right.
Shane Robinson, as we'll look at Mike Scioscia's lineup, game number 97 for the Angels. They come into this one at 46 and 50 after losing last night. It'll be Escobar batting in that leadoff spot. Trout second, Pujols in the 3-hole. Cron, the cleanup hitter with the lefty on the mound. Andrelton Simmons is short. Martin Maldonado behind the plate. Shane Robinson to right. Cliff Pennington at second. Ben Revere batting ninth, playing left. Taking on the 31-year-old left-hander, native of Miami Gardens, Florida. Making his 20th start, it's Gio Gonzalez on the mound for the Washington Nationals. He's having a fantastic season, Gooby. 8-4 with a 2.66 ERA.
And my go-tos to be successful, and I think Escobar was thinking the same thing. Jump on that first pitch. 423 batting average on that first pitch. Put in play and think other way. Drive the ball the other way, especially that changeup.
Ground ball to the right side. Past the diving Zimmerman, and the Angels get their leadoff man on board.
Exactly the approach you have to have against Gonzalez. Hit the ball the other way. Escobar back at that leadoff spot. swinging the first pitch, fouled it straight back, and then goes inside out for a base hit the other way for a leadoff single for Escobar. Foot down and thinking in terms of driving the ball that way. Again, another ground ball hit, line drive hit, using middle to the other way this season for, Escobar.
Escobar primarily the leadoff man early on, 38 games before Cameron Maybin took over. Trout batting in the 2 spot, hitting .335. 17th home run last night, 38th run batted in. Gio delivers a strike.
Trout is 1 for 11 versus Gonzalez in his career.
It's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's go back to the first inning last night. The bottom of the first.
It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, lower part of the strike zone. One of the few mistakes Edwin Jackson made in the game for the Nationals last night.
Jackson's first start with Washington, first start of the season. Just starting the year with Baltimore, pitching in 3 games there. Picked up the W.
Very impressive last night.
The 0-2. Tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That home run for Trout is 17th. And of course, 179 total at-bats. He's got a better home run rate currently than Aaron Judge, and this is his best rate of his career. 1 home run for every 10 plus at-bats. His previous best was 2 seasons ago, 14.02.
Well, if he can continue to stay healthy the rest of the season, put up his numbers like he had in the first half, he will be in that conversation once again for MVP.
Escobar with a leadoff single over at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, what a start to the season Trout is having. Easily his best start to his young career.
When you think about it, 2 MVPs already, 3 runner-ups for MVP in his career. He had his best start.
Full count.
And that's the thing about Trout, even behind in the count, all of a sudden you look up and it's ended up being a full count against him.
Three-2. Breaking ball, rolled foul. Pujols on deck.
And Gio Gonzalez has a very good curveball and changeup combination. Hitters have struggled against both those pitches this season.
Another payoff. Another foul. This one off the leg.
Talking about those numbers, 193 versus changeup and curveball this season. Is 2 home runs allowed for Gonzalez versus those 2 off-speed pitches. Fastball, not great numbers as far as the batting average, 225, but he has allowed 12 home runs versus his fastball this season.
And he walked him. 2 on, nobody out. Pujols coming to the plate.
That's a real good at bat for Trout.
Taking to the defense for the Nationals tonight. Rayburn, Goodwin, Heisey in the outfield from left to right. The infield with Rendon, Drew, Murphy, and Zimmerman around from third to first. Wieters back behind the plate.
And Daniel Murphy really showed improvement in that second base position. He's turned 60 double plays, which is second best in the National League. 8 errors so far this season for Daniel Murphy. Worked real hard at his defense. You know, the offense is there, but his defense has gotten a lot better.
Albert last night hitless, going 0 for 4. Takes down and in. Halos had a tough season with men in scoring position, but this homestand has been really tough for them. Last night 0 for 2 with men in scoring position on the homestand, just 1 for 22. Halos on the year 246 as a team. Two balls, no strikes.
Again, you got to be sitting fastball for Albert. One thing that Gio Gonzalez has been very good at this season, and you see those numbers, but his numbers with runners in scoring position, outstanding numbers. 124 batting average against him with runners in scoring position. That's the tops in the majors. And with 2 outs with runners in scoring position, 070, second best. And Kershaw at the top of that, but he's had his fair share of base runners, but very, very effective with runners in scoring position. Now a good fastball count for Albert to change those numbers up a little bit and drive the baseball.
2-0. 3-0. Second start for Gonzalez off the All-Star break. He got the very first start after the break against Cincinnati. Great American ballpark. Picked up the W, went 8 1/3 and now with no runs on 4 hits, striking out 6, walking 2.
Albert definitely will have the green light here if he gets a fastball. And very important for Albert to make sure he brings that fastball in the strike zone. Doesn't help out Gonzalez to swing at something out of the strike zone.
Oh, bottom part of the zone there. 3-1.
Albert, though, has hit that sinking fastball very well this season. 325 on the sinker with 5 home runs. That's his zone this season. Lower part of the strike zone, fastball, 2-seamer. That's what he got. Had a pretty good hack at that one. See those numbers here on that sinker, lower part of the strike zone. That's why Albert expanded the zone a bit on that low fastball from Gonzalez.
3-1. Full count. TJ Crone on deck. Escobar single, Trout a walk. Gonzalez fell behind at 3-0. Now he's taking the count full. Runners go, and Albert bounces this one through the left side. It'll bring home a run. Escobar will score. Trout on his way to third, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead. Pujols with his 57th run batted in.
And I like what Mike Sosa did there on a 3-2 count. You'll see that a lot with the Angels, but trusted that Albert's going to put that ball in play with that movement with the runners, allow that baseball to get through, ends up being an RBI single, and Trout goes all the way over the third base and a ground ball to the left fielder. A good motion play, and Albert picks up another RBI, 57th RBI of the season. Now 3 for 4 in his career versus Gio Gonzalez.
(1874th) career run batted in for Pujols. There's Crone. He'll shoot one foul. Last plate appearance for CJ was Sunday against the Rays. A pinch hit home run out to right field. Did not play last night. Did pinch hit late. Valbuena got the start with a righty on the mound. No balls, 2 strikes.
He's trying to get a pitch upper part of the strike zone to hit deep enough in the air to be able to bring Trout home on a sac fly at the worst case scenario. He's had a couple pitches upstairs. Now this is the time when you might see that break ball in the dirt for Gonzalez.
It's a pitch that Crone has been susceptible to. They go upstairs. Skies this one on the first base side. Drifting to the seats. Trout standing at third. Pujols at first. Nobody out. Single, walk, and a single for the Angels. There's that breaking ball, and Cron waves at it. 1 out. Surprised, honestly, they didn't go to it the previous pitch, because that has been a problem pitch for CJ this year.
Especially because anything elevated, you could put that ball in play as a hitter. You see more flares on elevated pitches. This breaking ball right here, this is a sharp curveball in the dirt. Get a swing and miss. 117 strikeouts in 122 innings pitched for Gonzalez now in the season. So he has that ability to get a strikeout.
Here's Andrelton Simmons. Comes in batting .289. He'll take low. Simple last night 0 for 3. Not much going for the Angels offense last night. A total of 4 hits. That 4-3 loss. 2 of which were home runs. Trout and Maldonado. Two and out. Career .214 hitter against the Washington Nationals. Playing in the same division as a member of the Atlanta Braves. 2-0. Turned that one over.
Yeah, 2-0 changeup. When we look at Gio Gonzalez, he doesn't throw a whole lot of strikes, especially first pitch strikes. But he gets hitters to chase pitches out of the strike zone very well. With his 53.7% first pitch strikes this year, that's the second lowest in the majors among starters.
Simmons lifts one out towards center field. Should be deep enough to score Trout. Good one underneath it. Throw's going to go to second. Halos have a 2-0 lead. Simba picks up his 40th run batted in.
And Trout comes sliding in with that mitt on that hand where he had the surgery on the left thumb area. Sac fly by Andrelton Simmons, his 40th RBI. Mike Trout with that mitt on. Made that adjustment.
The 2 outs, Pujols at first, and Martin Maldonado coming up. Ways off that sharp breaking ball. Home run that Martin hit last night, his 10th of the year. 28 runs batted in on the season. Straight hit last night.
Little hanging breaking ball there from Edwin Jackson. Lines that one out. 10th home run, career high as far as home runs and hits already this season for Martin Maldonado.
One ball, 2 strikes. 27th pitch thrown by Gio Gonzalez here, the first. Ground ball towards short. Drew goes the short way. They force out Pujols, and the first is in the books. The Angels get a couple of runs on 2 hits and a sac fly. We're into the second. 2-0 Angels.
Top of the first, though, Shane Robinson, worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. The distance he went to catch a fly ball to finish off the inning of Daniel Murphy's shot down the line. Over 65 feet, be able to go and dive and make that play for Shane Robinson. An outstanding play down that line in right field. The defense for the Angels of late has been very, very good, and that's an outstanding play by Shane Robinson. .997 fielding percentage. Last 24 games for the Angels. That's the best in the majors. Only one unearned run during that stretch.
It's like a young Mark Gubicza chasing Pontiac Trans Ams in the streets of Philadelphia with his bell-bottom jeans on. 1-0 to Zimmerman. Bouncer toward the middle. Simmons has it. Zimmerman retired for round number 1. Just imagine that visual. Get that flow going, that hair in the wind.
Oh, yeah. That's a great visual.
Little afternoon delight playing in the background.
Oh, yes.
You humming along.
Yes.
Skyrockets in flight.
Oh, yes. Showed that sheer speed that I had to be able to chase down those cars. Yep.
I want one of those. That's what it reminded me of.
Yes. Eventually it happened.
Yeah, exactly. Adam Lind, the DH, comes in batting .331. 3 for 4 game last night. 2 singles and a home run. Home run is 8th of the year. And 32 runs batted in. Perfect DH guy for interleague games for the Nationals. You're still thinking about that, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You had posters in your room too, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were rock and roll, though. Led Zeppelin.
Well, Bachman Turner Overdrive, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Blue Oyster Cult in there, too.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little Black Sabbath just to be able to go to sleep at night comfortably.
And of course, you had the Farrah Fawcett poster.
No.
No?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Yes. I had yes something too.
2-2 count on Lind. 4 up, 4 down against Alex Meyer.
The best one was one of those posters on a bus that somehow miraculously fell off the bus, but I was able to put it on my wall. WYSP back home, rock and roll station.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just fell off.
Yeah.
Huh?
It was
Hit one of those potholes.
Yeah, it was one of those miracles.
Lind goes down swinging. First strikeout of the night. Second out here in the second. Somehow I'm surprised that there wasn't a bus stop bench in your room. There was, wasn't there? At some point, in your basement.
That was one of my summer jobs, putting up those park benches.
Nice.
For real too.
Really?
Yeah.
There's Anthony Rendon. 2 outs, Noble to Yan. Didn't you work at a cemetery?
Yes.
You did, right?
And a gas station too. So yeah.
I did the gas station.
I covered it all. Cemetery was yeah.
A little trippy.
Slightly.
But then again, it was the 70s. Everything was trippy.
Yeah.
Rendon having a heck of a season. 320 with his 20th home run last night. 64 runs batted in.
Tell you what, it's a pretty good life on the fastball early on here for Alex Meyer.
Yeah. Under control too.
Yes, I mean he's not trying to throw at 98. He's trusting movement. That's the key for Alex. Trust the movement. Because when you try to hit the corners with his fastball and the way it moves, it's going to be difficult for an umpire to call it a strike. Very important for him to make sure he starts in the middle part of the plate and then runs it to a corner.
Called strike 3. Down goes Rendon. A 1-2-3 second inning, including back-to-back strikeouts.
Boy, that's what we were talking about in the pregame show about having that curveball command, staying on top.
Very good, sharp break to that right on the outside corner for the punch out.
They will send up the bottom third of their order, and Robinson, Pennington, and Revere face Gio Gonzalez through 28 pitches in the first. Shane takes outside. Robinson this year at the major league level 2 for 11 with a walk. AAA having a fine season. 338 home run, 36 runs batted in. He's picked up 12 stolen bases. So what? Shane Robinson called up today. Right in the lineup. Stephen Drew tonight getting the start at shortstop. At one point, teammates at Florida State. Drew was a junior, eventually drafted in the first round. Shane, a freshman. He'll shoot this one out toward left center field. There's a over for it. It's Rayburn. One down. We'll bring up Cliff Pennington.
When we look at Gio Gonzalez, he starts well over on that third base side of the pitching rubber, throws across his body, which creates deception in his delivery. Not easy for a hitter to pick up the baseball out of his hand. See how far over on that third base side he is of the rubber.
He's going with the jump man cleats. Love it. That's a good look.
Yes, it is.
I know if they had him when you were playing, you'd bust him out.
There's absolutely no doubt.
Pennington punching one beyond the reach of Murphy, and it's a base hit with one out here in the second.
And that good approach going the other way against Gonzalez. All those pitches away.
Hey, join the Angels for Family Sunday. Guess when that's happening, Gooby?
Is that on Sunday?
That's happening on Sunday, hence the name. Red Sox in town at 12:37. Visit the Gate 5 courtyard for fun activities. After the game, kids in attendance get to run the bases. For more info on that Family Sunday presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink, just go to angels.com. One out, one on. Here's Ben Revere, starting left fielder.
Ben Revere, real good career numbers against Gio Gonzalez. 425 at-bats, 10 hits for Ben Revere. And once again, Gonzalez out of the strike zone with the first pitch. But that's the odd thing about Gonzalez. Doesn't throw a lot of first pitch strikes, but when he has, the hitters have hit him very well. I mentioned that 323 batting average, including 4 home runs. That first pitch is put in play.
Cliff back in there.
Gonzalez has allowed 7 stolen bases in 11 attempts. No pickoffs this year, 11 in his career.
One ball with strike. Ben took over from Maven last night. Ended up going 0 for 3. Did score a run in the 9th inning. One pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Pennington off to a big lead. Revere lifts one out towards center. Goodman has got to go back on it. And we'll haul it in just shy of the track. 2 down.
Baseball had some series carry to it. A solid play by Goodwin out in center field. It's made about 3 of them already in this series.
Top of the order, Yunel Escobar coming to the plate. Halos with 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. First time they've had a multi-run first inning since June 18th against Kansas City.
A lot of pitches away from Gonzalez again behind 0-1. Sticking with that usual pattern for him as far as out of the strike zone first pitch. He's faced 10 batters so far. Only 3 times he's thrown a first pitch strike. It's at 5-2-0 counts already in the game.
Top part of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. just low. Gonzalez wanted that one. He's missed enough tonight where you're not going to get that borderline pitch.
Yeah, that's the one thing you always got to remember when you're on the mound and you've been inconsistent with the strike zone, those borderline ones, and that's should be called a strike, but that's difficult for an umpire when you're tracking so many pitches out of the strike zone.
Ground ball left side. Rendon, a little bit of a bobble. Goes to first base, and they get Escobar for the third out. 2 complete here at the Big A. Halos up 2-0.
Let's take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Talk about the importance of the command of the breaking ball against this Nationals club on the road. You've seen throughout the season where drops that elbow, flattens that breaking ball, becomes a very hittable pitch. He struggled on the road with his numbers, but at home, and we saw tonight already, stays on top of that curveball, straight down, 12-6 break. And against Rendon, they finish off that last inning. What a nasty breaking ball for Alex Meyer, staying on top, creating that downward action as compared to lateral break on his breaking ball.
6 up, 6 down for Alex. Wieters, Drew, and Heisey for the Nats. Here to third inning. Wieters comes in batting .249. Multi-hit game last night, going 2 for 4, both singles.
See, that's a good sharp breaking ball there from Alex Meyer. Stays on top.
Kind of a defensive swing there. Cal remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 again. Down goes Wieters. Sharp breaking ball. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts for Alex.
Under control, did not overthrow that breaking ball. Excellent sharp break to it. Get a swing and miss. This baseball starts around belt high, ends up on that inside corner or just off there. More of a knuckle curve he's throwing. stays on top, not overthrowing it. Shoulders are square to the plate. So far, so good for Alex Meyer.
First pitch breaking ball to Stephen Drew. 43rd game for Drew. 273. 7 doubles, a home run, 17 runs batted in. 0-2.
Stephen Drew, that's the first batter in this game for Alex Meyer. He's actually thrown the first pitch for a strike. But he's battled right back into counts after being behind 1-0. This with 30 pitches, 21 of them strikes for Alex Meyer.
One ball, 2 strikes. Heisey on deck. 32 pitches so far for Alex. 22 strikes. Back door. Evens up the count at 2-2. Down goes Drew. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Meyer.
Well, when you look where he's landing, there's not a lot of movement in the body. That front foot landing comfortably on the ball of the foot and then towards home plate. Very good break to that curveball. Again, you can see him, and a lot of times when you watch Alex Meyer after he delivers some of those pitches, you won't even see him in focus. But there you can see that leg still landing in a perfect position to make sure that's going to be close enough to the strike zone for a swing and miss.
Chris Heisey was in left field last night. Gets a start in right tonight with Harper. Heisey ended up going 0 for 3 with a walk. Comes at batting 167. 3 doubles, a home run, and 5 runs batted in. Lift this one out to shallow center. Trout's there. Alex Meyer so far tonight. 9 up, 9 down. He's got himself a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. The Angels Tuesday, August 1st. Phillies are in town, and fans in attendance will receive a pair of Trout number 27 socks, courtesy of Micro Simi, while supplies last. For information on it, just go to angels.com. 2-0 Halos, bottom of the third. Trout to lead things off. Pujols will bat after him, then C.J. Cron against Gio Gonzalez. First one's in for a strike. Trout worked a walk in the first inning, the only base on balls issued by Gio Gonzalez. Also has one strikeout. He's allowed 3 hits.
Just so patient at the plate, knowing that pitchers aren't necessarily going to challenge him a whole lot. Trout fans throughout the stadium here as usual. Imagine you'll see that breaking ball now, that same plane. A couple fastballs, or a fastball and a curveball there.
Go down swing. Second strikeout of the night for Gonzalez. First down here to third is in the books.
That's a pretty good changeup from Gio Gonzalez, running away from Trout. In those numbers, it's 1 for 12 in his career for Trout against Gio Gonzalez. After a couple pitches in that lower part of the strike zone inside part, that changeup fades away off the plate to get a swing and miss against Trout.
Slow breaking ball drops in there. Albert with an RBI single in the first inning. 57th run batted in. Now with 2,908 career hits. Closer down. Simmons is at 29-29. Albert 40th on the all-time hit list.
When you look at Gonzalez, not overpowering with his fastball, it's about 88 to 92 range. Mentioned his curveball and changeup.
Breaking ball down the right field line. This one toward the corner, and it just goes foul.
It's that slow curveball once again. It's around 74, 75 miles an hour. So that 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Gonzalez appears to a hitter to be mid to upper 90s because of differential in speeds.
Trying to pesky pull that one here at Angel Stadium. Actually, that would have been a home run at Fenway.
Yes. That would have been way out at Fenway Park.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Shift on. Foul back. Albert takes a called strike 3. Lower part of the strike zone, drops his bat. Corey Blazer didn't like it. Albert will head back to the dugout. Back-to-back punch-outs.
This off-speed, another changeup, lower part of the strike zone, barely touches it, but in the strike zone.
Cron late on the fastball, fouls it back. The ball's a strike. CJ struck out of the first. First time tonight, Gonzalez has retired the first 2 to start an inning. Check swing foul, 1-2. lined out to right center field, a base hit. Decided to go fastball on him upstairs. Cron picks up the 2-out single.
We look at 3 of the 4 hits against Gio Gonzalez, middle to the other way against him. Lines that fastball to right center field for a base hit. C.J. Cron stayed back on that one well. Good swing, good approach for Cron.
Simmons a swing and a miss. Had a sac fly in the first inning, picking up his 40th run batted in. Ground ball over to third. Rendon's got it. Across the net, low throw, dug out by Zimmerman. Halo's done here in the third. We'll head to the fourth. The Angels on top 2-0. The mega matchup between Chris Weidman and Kelvin Gastelum, plus Dennis Bermudez takes on Darren Elkins. UFC Fight Night Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox. As we start the fourth, Halos up 2-0. Beautiful night for baseball. Halos trying to earn the split in the series. Goodwin takes a strike. 9 up, 9 down for Alex Meyer, including 4 strikeouts. Goodwin, a fly ball to center to start the game.
Well, when you look at that percentage of curveballs thrown, see those numbers for Goodwin versus lefties and righties. Curveballs thrown percentages first time through for Alex Meyer, about 29% coming in this game. As the game progressed, second time through 38%, third time through 47%. That's why it was so important to be able to establish and get a good feel for his curveball early on, first time through the lineup for Alex Meyer. Those numbers, 144 batting average versus his curveball.
Ground ball right side. Crone's got it. One hopper. One down.
Left fielder number 18, Ryan Greenberg.
Brings up Ryan Raber, the left fielder, hit a fly ball to right. It was a routine fly ball is the one that Murphy hit in the first inning, which Shane Robinson had a long way to go and made a terrific catch on. No balls and a strike.
It's a good sharp breaking ball for Alex Meyer.
One ball with strike. 42 pitches, 27 strikes. Bouncer towards short. Simmons, two big hops. Two down.
Nice play by Anderson Simmons. Good decision for Escobar to stay back and allow Simmons to come in on that baseball. More difficult play for a third baseman. More difficult throw across the diamond as compared to Simmons coming in on that ground ball.
Murphy off for one with a fly ball to right. Again, the struggles of throwing that first pitch strike. 3 of 12, but still able to get back into counts. Missed. 2-0. Murphy lifts one out to left. Revere makes the catch. 12 up, 12 down for Alex Meyer against his original ball club. Halos up 2-0. Up to FS1. First, Yadier Molina and the St. Louis Cardinals take on Anthony Rizzo and the Chicago Cubs, followed by the Rangers and the Rays. Major League Baseball Saturday starting at 1 Pacific on FS1.
Well, the Cubbies are starting to play good baseball. Chris Bryant, though, hurt his finger earlier today on a head-first slide at third base. Seems to be okay, but the Cubs playing very good out of the break.
Martin Maldonado swinging first pitch. Looks like he lost one hand off the bat. Fouls it back. It's an 0-1 count. Maldonado, Robinson, and Pennington. 6, 7, and 8 for the Angels. Martin, a fielder's choice that ended the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Pops this one up. First base shot into foul territory. Zimmerman. It's just so under control. You can tell he's a former Gold Glove winner at third base. One down.
He always had really good hands. Able to go back on that pop-up. Got towards the wall would be, and then worked his way back to catch that pop-up.
Little flare out to shallow right field. 2 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. With Pennington starting second baseman tonight, base hit in his first at bat.
Well, Gio Gonzalez started out with the first 10 batters he faced is 3 times to a first pitch strike. Last 7, all 7 first pitch strikes.
Three one. Gonzalez is yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. It's at 5 3-ball counts, and he's got Revere on deck. Full count. This one skied to right. Heisey's there. And the Halos for the first time down in order. We head to the 5th inning. Alex Meyer has faced 12 batters. He's retired all 12, and he's got himself a 2-0 lead. Top of the fifth, Halos on top by the score of 2-0. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Just showing you some of the highlights so far of Alex Meyer. He looks so far so good. He's faced 12. He's retired all 12, Kubi.
Yeah, Victor, completely under control, staying on top of that curveball. Fastball command has been very good. And really, when you think about his poise and tempo, very, very good so far here tonight.
Here in the fifth inning, the Nats send up 4, 5, and 6. Zimmerman, Lind, and Rendon. Good breaking ball. Not surprising to see Zimmerman swinging early. Grounded out his first time up. A 1. Just misses.
Still a very good spot. Just a little bit off the outside corner.
That one back up. It gets called a strike, 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's one of the few breaking balls. You can see almost the body language and the reaction by Alex Meyer that he knew he missed his spot, but fortunately enough, Zimmerman wasn't ready to swing the bat on that one.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Doug Innings brings up Zimmerman, 1 down.
And I really like what Martin Maldonado did there. He had Alex Meyer shake a couple of different times, and in the last pitch, shake and say yes. And most times you think a fastball is coming. Instead, it was a breaking ball. That was by design. A couple shakes for Alex Meyer on the sign put down by Martin Maldonado just to make Zimmerman think he was going to throw something different besides a breaking ball.
Adam Lind a strikeout in the second. Bouncer up the line. That is a fair ball. Crone takes it himself. 2 down.
Third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Here comes Anthony Rendon. He struck out looking to second. 5 strikeouts, no walks. He's yet to allow a hit or a base runner. Terrific play in the first inning by Shane Robinson. Robbing Daniel Murphy of extra bases with 2 outs.
Again, 4 ground ball outs, 5 fly ball outs along with the 5 strikeouts. Spread it out very well so far for Alex Meyer.
Check out the top part of the zone, doesn't get called. Two and 0. To Rendon. Pulled that one way off to the glove side.
Almost like he tried to aim that fastball.
It's the first 3-ball count that Alex has had tonight. There's the first base run of the game, a 2-out walk.
And one thing for Alex, you have to remember, that was just a mistake pitch there. You just got to move forward quickly against this lineup for the Nationals. Seen it in the past for Alex where if he has a walk like this, he'll start aiming the baseball. Just get right back to that good form he had prior to that walk.
Wieters struck out to lead off the third.
He was almost geared up thinking he was going to get a first pitch fastball instead. A good breaking ball from Alex Meyer. Well, he's been a very good player for a lot of years. Been pretty solid with the Nationals after all those years with Baltimore.
No balls, 2 strikes. Rendon, 2-out walk, stands at first base. Shift on. Pennington out at shallow right with Wieters. Switch hitter batting for the left side. 2-0 Angels. Both runs for the Halos coming in the first. Very manageable. 58 pitches thus far. Wieters takes low.
Pretty close pitch. A little bit off the outside corner, though. Good breaking ball from Alex Meyer. 3 pitches to Matt Wieters, all breaking balls in this at bat.
Wieters flips one out to left field. Revere's there. And the Nationals are done here in the 5th. 1 base runner, the 2-out walk. That is all that Alex Meyer's allowed so far tonight. He's got a 2-0 lead.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Halos with 2 runs in the first, have a 2-0 lead as we begin the bottom of the 5th inning. Gio Gonzalez coming off his first 1-2-3 frame. Will face 9-1-2. Revere, Escobar, and Trout. Ben starting out in left field. 0 for 1 with a fly ball to deep center. Pulled down the line, just foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. 75 pitches now for Gio Gonzalez. Threw 28 in the first. It's gone down each inning since. 18 in the second, 17 in the third, and just 10 pitches in the fourth. One and two.
Mixed in his changeup a little bit more so the last couple of innings.
Bouncer. Zimmerman started to go for it. Hustles back to the base. Murphy throws down Revere, 1 out. Now if Zimmerman keeps going after that baseball, then you're asking for a little bit of trouble.
And Ben Revere is going to beat Gio Gonzalez to the base.
Escobar, as it does every time, comes to the plate, twirling that bat like a baton. Leading the marching band out into the high school field, Gooby. First one's in there for a strike, and Uni doesn't like that call.
Wow, yeah, I don't blame him.
Uni's 1 for 2, had a base hit and a run scored in the first, grounded out to Rendon in the second.
See where this pitch was located, that first pitch, well off the outside corner. Changeup.
One and two. Lays off. Full count. Did not go. Trout on deck. Here's the 3-2. Escobar grounds with a short. Over to Zimmerman. 2 outs. Hey folks, join the Angels Friday, August the 4th. The Oakland A's will be in town that night. Fans in attendance will receive a Trout MVP season bobblehead, the second in a series of 3. This one's courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino. And of course, it's always while supplies last. For more information, just go to angels.com. 2 up, 2 down. 6 straight retired by Gio Gonzalez. There's Trout, who walked and scored in the first, struck out in the third. 1-0.
Last at bat, he struck out on a changeup off the outside corner. From a couple pitches down and in also. Here's Bryce Harper given the night off by Dusty Baker. Talked about it after the game last night. What a game Bryce Harper had last night. 4 for 4, home run, triple, couple singles.
In on the hands just enough. Floated out to right center. Good one. Calling for it, makes the catch. The Halos down in order for the second consecutive inning. 5 in the books. Angels up by the score 2-0. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by Hyundai. There's no better time to buy a new Hyundai than now. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit buyhyundai.com. By Fios by Frontier. Get the best price ever on Fios TV, internet, and voice by Frontier. Visit fiosbyfrontier.com today. It's the top of the 6th here at the Big A. The Angels on top by the score of 2-0. Just one base runner allowed by Alex Meyer. That was a 2-out, 4-pitch walk to Anthony Rendon. And that has been all. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. He is yet to allow a hit. He'll face 8, 9, and 1. It'll be Drew, Heisey, and Goodwin. 61st pitch of the game is down and in.
When you think about averaging 12 pitches per inning for Alex Meyer, well below what we've seen from him this season. A very manageable pitch count.
Ground ball back up the middle. Simmons to his left has it. 1 down. Sounded like Drew broke his bat.
Going back to my Hyundai key for this game. Talk about that defense, how important it is. Best of my glove. That's a nice play by Andrelton Simmons back in the first inning. Shane Robinson, an outstanding play in right field on the dive, covering a little over 65 feet to catch a fly ball in the first inning. So the defense has been there so far for Alex Meyer.
Heisey, the right fielder, hit a fly ball to center in the 3rd inning. Meyer retiring 14 straight before that walk to Rendon in the last inning.
Good life, 94 moving fastball from Alex Meyer.
One. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball gets Heisey swinging. 2 outs.
Boy, what a wicked curveball there from Alex Meyer to get a swing and miss.
Center fielder, number 8, Brian.
Sixth punch out of the game for Alex Meyer. On top, sharp break, swing and miss. It's like we showed in the tools of the trade, the difference between when he gets on top of that breaking ball and the break to it as compared to lateral movement and different spin when he gets underneath on his breaking ball.
Goodwin, the center fielder, takes down and in. He's hit a fly ball to center and he's grounded out to first base. Escobar in on the grass, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0. Ground ball down the line. It's fair ball inside the bag. He turned on that pitch. Goodwin's going to try to go to second base. The throw from Robinson is a little bit off the mark, and it's a 2-out double for Brian Goodwin, the first hit allowed by Alex Meyer tonight.
The first hit of the series for Goodwin, right down the line. Not anything that C.J. Cron could do. Solid effort there into the 6th inning by Alex Meyer with a no-no.
Left fielder, number 18, Ryan Graber.
Here's Rayburn, 0 for 2. Take a strike. Goodwin with good speed. He's got a huge lead at second. Meyer will check in on him.
Maldonado right away told Alex Meyer to get right back in, focus in on me and what sign I'm putting down.
One ball, one strike. .71 pitches, 42 for strikes. 6 punch outs, 1 walk, 1 hit. Breaking ball, foul back.
And that one a little elevated, that breaking ball also.
Down goes Raber. Just blew the fastball right by him.
Looking breaking ball, got the express instead from Alex Meyer. Big punch out. Finished off the inning after giving that first hit of the game with 2 outs.
Series against the Red Sox. Chris Sale, Ricky Nolasco on Friday night. David Price, J.C. Ramirez Saturday night. Then on Sunday afternoon, Rick Porcello going up against Parker Bridwell. Red Sox in town for 3. Then the Angels will head off to Cleveland. Enjoy the off day. Cleveland on Monday.
Bridwell pitched a real good game in Boston. He just won that series up at Fenway Park.
Taylor's headed to Cleveland and Toronto the next road trip. Pujols, Cron, and Simmons here in the Angels half of the 6th inning, 2-0. Albert 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the first. There's a 4-pitch walk to open up the 6th inning. Second walk of the night issued by Gonzalez. He retired 7 straight since his single by Cron with 2 outs in the 3rd.
On that last at bat for C.J. Cron, he lined a very good shot to right center field on a high fastball. Especially when you're dealing with this offense for the Nationals, you've got to try to add on when you can.
One for 2, that base hit. With a couple of lefties coming up Friday and Saturday. CJ will be back in the lineup. It's a big old go get him.
Yes.
Pat on the backside. Go get him, CJ.
Yeah.
Sale and Price. One ball with strike.
That nasty slider from Chris Sale and that arm angle he throws from. Mike Trout remembers him with the bases loaded on a 3-2 changeup when he was a member of the White Sox Grand Slam here at the Big A.
And on the hands just enough, floated foul and out of play. 1-2. And that's driven out to deep left center field. That is gone. Big fly for C.J. Cron. Doubles up the lead. It's 4-0 Halos.
You talk about connecting on a baseball. 4th home run for C.J. Cron. That baseball got out quickly and far for Cron. Big hug from Albert Pujols. Could walk to start the inning. Looking for those add-on runs. Get it quickly. It's our top-tier play. Brought to you by Arco. Another fastball. Inner part of the plate. And drives that one out quickly with that power for C.J. Cron. When he gets on a streak, he could do some damage. Wow.
Almost damaged the paint can.
Yes, it did. Wow. Talk about some distance and some power. Two for 3 night, too, for C.J. Cron. That base hit to right center field and that rocket out to left center field for 2-run home run.
Simmons is 0 for 1 with a sac fly and a ground down. Three and one.
Some movement, looks like some movement down in the bullpen now for the Nationals. Big smile from C.J. Cron. Good to see that.
461 feet. Simmons will bounce this one to Rendon. One away.
461.
110 miles per hour off the bat. Didn't cover the earth, but he covered it.
Yes. Just missed getting that paint can. Real close.
Know the truth that paint can was used to dye Yoenis Cespedes' hair. Nice shade of blue today.
That was a solid look.
Martin Maldonado takes the breaking ball down and in. Martin, a fielder's choice and a pop-up. 0 for 2. Joe Blanton, a one-time Angel on the mound. Oh, nice catch.
Play.
One-handed with the left hand in the front row of the club seats. Three balls and a strike.
Mentioned in numbers as far as career-wise, career best for Martin Maldonado. Also for games started behind the plate, games played for Martin Maldonado, career highs this season.
Two, and he walked him. Second walk of the inning for Gonzalez, a third of the game. Take a look at the in-game box score. Halos with 5 hits tonight. 2 by C.J. Cron, a single and a 2-run blast. Pujols with an RBI single. Escobar led off the bottom of the first with the base hit. Pennington with the base hit to right.
3 walks in the game for Gio Gonzalez. 2 of those walks have scored in this game. 51 walks on the season coming in the game. 3 tonight.
Ground ball to short. Safe at first base. Martin Maldonado had a Willie Mays Hayes slide into second base, but in a traditional sense, he never even got close to the base.
To create a distraction on the double play turn.
Yeah. Man, you talk about disrupting a throw. That'll do it.
Yes.
Clock down to 0. Looks like the Nationals taking a look at it. For some reason, Jeff Nelson runs all the way to the railing. They are going to challenge it. Challenging the play at first base. Jason Worth is either talking to the guys down in the clubhouse about the replay or he's ordering pizza.
I think he's reminding everybody he had a good batting practice session today.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is very, very close. One of those difficult ones. You see the baseball in the webbing.
That's about as close as you get right there. Again, it might have been Martin Maldonado's slide that kind of threw Murphy. Can't even say it with a straight face. Calling the field is safe.
You saw how close he was to the base at second, though.
See what they decide in New York.
The only game still going. Now is this one. Talk about extremely close. Foot just about hitting the base. Baseball in the glove. Ball on the field is safe. Tough to overturn that. That's about as close as you can get.
Clearly taking a while here to make this decision. Or maybe it was Jason Worth calling New York, ordering the pizza there.
Yeah, could have been.
Kind of screwed up the whole communication process. And it's all will stand.
And then the pitching change now.
Yeah, because why would you want to start the pitching change before the call stage? Joe Blanton coming into the ballgame. Gio Gonzalez is done. And he'll depart with the man at first base and trailing it 4-0.
The late great Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn that made his debut going 2 for 4 for the Padres. One of the all-time great hitters in the history of the game of baseball. Tony Gwynn can hit the ball to all fields as well as anybody, no matter who's on the mound, whether it's even Greg Maddux or pitchers like that. Lee Smith in that first hit, he can drive the baseball all over the place. One of the most consistent hitters. That's number 3,000 for Tony Gwynn. Quick with the hands, had some occasional power. Big moments also for the late great Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn.
Gio Gonzalez done after 107 pitches, 5 2/3. Departs with property at first base as Joe Blanton takes over here. 29th game for him. It's been a struggle this year. 0-2 at a 6.75 ERA. 24 innings. He's allowed 31 hits. He struck out 20 and walked 7. This after having a very good season with the Dodgers last year. He'll face Cliff Pennington. Pennington 1 for 2. Spinning around to hit from the left side.
By the way, Victor, how about Tony Gwynn hit .429 off of Greg Maddux in his career?
Not bad.
Arguably one of the best pitchers in the history of the game.
No balls and a strike. Blanton, 28 games, 20 starts for the Angels in 2013. And it was not memorable. 2-14 with a 6.04 ERA. One ball would strike.
These two former teammates with the Oakland A's back in 2008. Joe Glenn, Cliff Pennington. Blanton's fastball is 89-93. Throw a curveball, slider, changeup.
Robinson reaching on the fielder's choice. 2 outs. Halos with 2 runs to the first, 2 runs so far here in the 6th. C.J. Cron with his 4th home run of the season. Blanton's whip this year 1.58. It's the highest it's been since he was with the Angels. 1.613 that year, the highest in his career. Two.
Well, since moving in the bullpen, though, Blanton's been very solid.
Well, last year very good. This year not so much.
No.
He was stellar for the Dodgers. 75 games, and maybe there's a carryover effect to that. 75 games, a lot of work.
Especially when you've been a starter throughout your career, to have 75 games. That's a lot of mileage on an arm. Up and down, getting in ball games.
Robinson's on the move. Doesn't matter. Pennington cuts through it. We're done here in the 6th inning. C.J. Cron with a 2-run blast gives the Angels a 4-0 lead as we head to the 7th.
Seventh. Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. Daniel Murphy, second in the National League in batting average, just under 340, 338, second last year in the National League. 2 batting champs in franchise history. That's when they were a member of Montreal Expos. Al Oliver, a very great swing, and the Hall of Famer Tim Raines back in 1986. Tim Raines goes in the Hall of Fame in just a little over a week.
That's coming right up, isn't it?
July 30th.
Yep. Murphy, Zimmerman, and Lind here in the 7th inning against Alex Meyer. Allowed 1 hit. He struck out 7, walked 1. Murphy a fly ball to right and a fly ball to left tonight. Takes outside. '74th pitch thrown by Alex. 44 have been strikes.
Under control fastball throughout too in this game for Alex Meyer.
92. Not 97, 98, overthrowing it.
Yeah, I mean, we have that type of movement, hitting your spots with the fastball.
See Murphy's reaction. This is the type that make you squeal.
Barely got out of the way of that fastball in.
Two one. Ground ball to second. Sharply hit. Pennington's there. 1 down. This is what it feels like to be a hitter on that pitch inside to Murphy. That's that squeal we were talking about.
Yes, that up and in 93, 94 when you're looking away.
You always enjoyed that as a pitcher, didn't you?
No, there's no doubt. I'll tell you what, you got to give him credit though. He hit that baseball very hard the very next pitch.
Zimmerman takes up and away. First baseman has grounded out and he was struck out.
It's certainly a much better sound than that sound of a baseball going about 461 feet like it did against C.J. Cron's bat. Yeah, remember we talked about with Garrett Richards how his fastball we always felt was very, more consistent, better movement, 93, 94, 95 as compared to 98. I think you're seeing that here tonight for Alex Meyer, not overthrown it. Very good movement, 93 to 96 range. Does that allow him to keep in that same good arm slot for his breaking ball? There's Garrett Richards playing catch right now. And that Shoemaker next to him getting close himself, feeling better. It's one of the few overthrown fastballs. There's been a couple in the game, not many for Alex Meyer tonight. See if he stays back on this breaking ball. More than likely will throw this one right now.
Goes fastball, just missed low. Full count.
That's a pretty good pitch. Like Sosha wanted to know exactly where that pitch was.
Breaking ball, bounce to the left side. Simba, jump throw to first base. Easily gets Zimmerman 2 down.
Well, we talked about that earlier as far as key to game, the defense for Anderson Simmons, Martin Maldonado. Not an easy play. Got a lot on that throw. You don't see him do that too often. He usually tries to plant, but knew he had to be quick with Zimmerman going down the line. Perfect throw to first to get him. Nice play by Simba.
Two outs, nobody out. Here's Adam Lind. The DH is 0 for 2. One and 0.
Well, Think about tonight for Alex Meyer. He's faced 23 batters. 6 times he's thrown a first pitch strike. Yet he's been able to get right back and even the count at 1-1 throughout this game. His 85 pitches into the 7th inning. That's how nasty that breaking ball. That pitch was almost behind the back foot. Adam Lynn.
One, two. Breaking ball, tried to backdoor it, misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Halos in the bottom of the 7th have 9, 1 and 2 coming up in Revere, Escobar, and Trout. So Blanton will come back out. Lynn reaching for it. Crow has got it. Takes it himself. Stretch time here at the Big A. The Angels up 4-0.
Baseball break. Sonny Gray dealt again. Last 5 starts, 4-1, 1.62 trade value, sky high. Pittsburgh walks off against Milwaukee. They've won 5 in a row. Right back in the race, only 4 games back themselves with that victory over Milwaukee in 10 innings. And now it's our time for the showstopper around the majors. Speaking of unbelievable games, Nolan Arenado, not 1, not 2. Home in the right center field, but 3 home runs, 5 for 6, 7 RBI. For arguably one of the best players in all of baseball for Colorado today. Local boy, Nolan Arenado. What a game.
Ben Revere to lead things off against Joe Blanton. A little skyward fountain. Seven innings tonight for Alex Meyer, career high for him. What a performance by Alex. Look at what he did against the Kansas City Royals here at the Big A on a Saturday night.
Continues to put up those great numbers at home. Coming in the game, 1.65 ERA at home for Alex Meyer. Will go down with 7 shutout innings.
Ground ball right side, will sneak through for a base hit. So Revere's on board for the first time tonight. We'll bring up Escobar.
There's 7 shutout innings for Alex Meyer. 1.36 ERA at home this season for Alex Meyer.
Boy, Revere had a huge jump. Throw goes into center field. Ben gets right up and hustles over to third base. Wieters looking to charge with the error.
10th stolen base for Ben Revere. 3rd error of the season for Matt Wieters. It's a big jump. And that throw sailing towards a runner like we saw last night. And Ben Revere quickly gets up and advances to third on the throw into the outfield, forcing the infield in now for the Nationals.
Ball and a strike on Uni. 1 for 3. Had a single with a run scored back in the first.
David Hernandez warming up in the bullpen for the Angels.
Escobar with a base hit almost takes out Laz Diaz. RBI single makes it 5-0 Angels.
A multi-hit game for Escobar. And one of the most effective hitters as far as using that middle part of the field in baseball. Infield in. It's a slider and lines it right back up the middle for an RBI single. Such good balance. Look at the barrel of the bat, lining it up the middle.
Trout tonight 0 for 2. A walk, strikeout, a fly ball to center.
Back-to-back fastballs, almost the exact same spot, up and in against Trout.
Two one. He dropped down just a little bit.
One thing he has done a lot out of the bullpen, and so a lot of sliders for Blanton. After 2 high fastballs to start the at-bat, back-to-back sliders against Trout.
Two. And that is skied high and deep to left center. Going back on it is Rayburn. That is gone. Big fly for Mike Trout. Second consecutive night, he's gone deep. 7-0 Halos.
And Bryce Harper can only look on and watch Trout's big fly there. Back-to-back games, now 18 on the season, 40 RBI for Mike Trout. Not often you see a home run for Trout hit that high, usually on the line. But ready for that pitch from Blanton, way out for a 2-run home run. try to sneak a fastball hard to the plate. You're not going to sneak a fastball by Trout, especially lower part of the strike zone. Joe Blanton can only look and watch how far that's going to go at the left center field. Great reaction by the fans as they wait and watch where that ball is going to end up.
Joe Blanton is done. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. A pitching change. Halos on top, 7-0. With nobody out here in the 7th inning, Matt Albers takes over for Joe Blanton. This will be his 35th game. 5-1 in the season at a 1.91 ERA, 37 strikeouts, 9 walks in 33 innings of work. You want? Albert Pujols will come to the plate. A 1. Slider. Albert 1 for 2. RBI single in the first, a strikeout looking at a third, walked and scored in the 6th. All 3 runs this inning charged to Bland, who goes a third of an inning.
Albert Pujols with an RBI single tonight and a walk, scored a run. 57 RBI on the season.
Bouncer to short. 1 down.
Tell you what, it was really cool with Mike Trout in between innings with hitting coach Dave Hansen. They were going over what to look for against Joe Blanton coming into that at bat. You always look for certain patterns, and pitchers generally will fall into those patterns. After a couple sliders, Joe Blanton tried to sneak a fastball by Trout on a 2-2 pitch. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, lower part of the strike zone. Trout was ready. It's almost like he was anticipating that fastball and drove it out to left center field. Even the great ones need a little bit of help from your hitting coach to have a good swing like that. Dave Hansen right next to Mike Trout. 18 home runs. 1 home run per 10.1 at bats for Trout. Back-to-back games for home runs.
Ball and a strike on C.J. Cron's, 2 for 3. Single and a 2-run blast in the 6th inning. Just low. 2-2. Simmons on deck. There's a call, strike 3. 2 down. Albert just come in, calm things down for the Nats.
Well, the conversation was when Mike Trout came back from the disabled list was he's going to have that timing going. Well, he's hitting all 5 games, 6 for 19. That's a .316 batting average, couple home runs. The great ones don't need a whole lot of at bats to get the timing right, and Trout clearly has his timing going already since coming back from the disabled list.
Ball and a strike on Simmons. 0 for 2. Ground out, 2 ground outs and a sac fly. Two on. Off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Go back. I was looking at the at-bats or home runs per at-bats. Leaders in baseball right now. Trout doesn't qualify because he missed 5+ weeks. That's inside. It's a 2-out walk. And we'll bring up Maldonado. But as it stands right now, Cody Bellinger leads baseball. Every home run, every 10.42 at bats. Then Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Logan Morrison, and Joey Gallo. The Trout, if he were to qualify, would easily lead. We mentioned, I mean, it's no joke when we talk about the start to Trout's season. It was historic by his standards, historic. He was going off on everything that he was doing before he got hurt that Sunday afternoon at Marlins Park.
Yeah, the on-base percentage, the power, the extra base hits, stolen bases, all of it for Trout.
Ball and a strike on Martin Maldonado, who's 0 for 2. One and 2. Zimmerman not holding. Simmons on with a 7-0 lead for the Angels here in the 7th. And we'll head to the 8th inning. 3 runs on the board here in the 7th inning. RBI single by Escobar, and the capper Trout's second home run of the series.
Yeah, 2-2 count from Joe Blanton. A fastball crushed it. Left center field. Back-to-back games for home runs for Mike Trout.
Back-to-back nights, Mike Trout and the Angels with the 7th spot. The offense has woken up over the Nationals. I'm Patrick O'Neill. What a night so far for Alex Meyer and the long balls. I think we have to hear from like C.J. Cron or Trout, Meyer on our Angels Live postgame, brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers with Tim Salmon, Jose Mota, and Alex Curry as well. That Sherwin-Williams paint can getting a bit of a scare out there tonight, but send it back in. Victor and Mark, Alex Meyer, his night is done, but good to see it. He's pitching so well here at the Big A.
Yeah, you're right, Patrick. 1.36 ERA this season at the Big A for Alex Meyer.
David Hernandez takes over here in the 8th inning, Gooby.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's in the tank, brought to you by 76. 34th game, 33 so far this season. Very good ERA, 2.64 for David Hernandez.
Nationals have Rendon, Wieters, and Drew due up here in their half of the 8th inning. Matt's headed to Phoenix. I'll have the day off tomorrow before starting his series against the Diamondbacks on Friday. Angels will have the day off tomorrow. Hitting the Red Sox in town for 3 beginning Friday night.
What an effort, though, again, going back to Alex Meyer. Just 1 hit allowed and 1 walk.
Clean double by Brian Goodwin down the right field line.
His teammate drafted the same year, his teammate in the minor leagues in Hagerstown.
Two on to Rendon. 3-1. That's third baseman struck out looking at the second, walked to the 5th. He was the first base runner that Alex allowed. 4-pitch walk, 2 outs in the 5th inning. Full count. Alex Meyer, the 5th Angels rookie to go 7+ scoreless innings with 1 hit allowed. Bo Belinsky back in May of '62. Dean Chance September of '62. Weaver September of '06. And Shoemaker in August of '14. This was lifted out to right. It's playable for Robinson. 1 down.
Belinsky with the no-hitter. Alex Meyer career high as far as innings pitched in the game with 7 shutout tonight.
Leaders 0 for 2. Strikeout in the third, a fly ball to left the fifth. Pretty close. 2-1. Second straight batter. Dave has gone to a 3-ball count. Steven Drew's on deck. Full count. Hey, nice catch.
Yes.
Another one-handed grab.
Yes. A little Odell Beckham.
Another 3-2. Leaders fouls it off. Another guy trying for the one-handed grab. You better make sure.
Yeah.
That ball was hit pretty hard. Crone will feed Hernandez. 2 outs. Hey folks, MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus, get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.TV for details.
By the way, Victor, happy National Hot Dog Day to you today. This was thinking of that.
Dude, it's National something every day. It's like they're making up stuff now.
Yes, but Hot Dog Day is a solid one.
Well, it's all you eat every single night. I've never seen a human being
It's good for you, though, right?
take down so many dogs on a nightly basis like you.
Yes, indeed.
And I love your response to everybody. Everyone's always curious about what you're eating.
Yeah.
At the ballpark.
I mix in some vegetables, too, with that every time, just to play for the tie.
Yep.
Yeah. Mustard on my hot dog. Sometimes sauerkraut, but I have to be close to home if I'm doing that. Sauerkraut works its way pretty good. Love sauerkraut and mustard.
Why? What do you mean, Mark?
Oh, just in case I have to brush my teeth. Oh, I know you're a ketchup guy on your hot dog,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah. Or barbecue sauce.
Oh.
National Hot Dog Day. National Something Day tomorrow. What is National Nobody Cares Day? What is that one?
It's every day.
Every day. Drew 0 for 2. He'll take a strike, full count. Who comes up with these things anyway? Is there a registry for these things?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I was pretty excited when I saw that today on Twitter.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
Yes.
Well, it took David Hernandez to go to a 3-2 count on 3 batters, but he retires a side in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-0 Angels. Alex Myers, 7 shutout innings, allowing 1 hit tonight. Looking for the victory. 7-0 Angels here in the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher on for the Washington Nationals to pitch the bottom of the 8th. It's Enny Romero taking over for Matt Albers, who finished off the 7th inning, picking up a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Enny pitching in his 40th game, 2-3 mark and a 3.67 ERA.
Power fastball, 94-98 slider.
By the way, on Twitter, being told that tomorrow is National Lollipop Day.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so go get your suckers. Remember the old square shooters? Lollipops?
Yes.
No, you don't. You gave me that blank stare. Your eyes rolled back when I said that. Are you kidding?
I love my lollipops, though.
Robinson shooting one out to right field. Heisey puts it away. 1 down. Shane tonight over 4. Coming back. Taking over for Cameron Maybin, who's placed on the DL today with a sprained MCL. 1 out. It'll bring up Cliff Pennington, who's 1 for 3. Hey, and apparently National Nobody Cares Day is April the 11th. Someone said, but it's every day for me. One ball, 1 strike. There really is National Nobody Cares Day. The 11th of April. Sweet. Oh. Just before tax time.
I was going to say, why could it be April 15th?
Oh, Pennington fights that one off. Flares a single to center, his 2nd hit of the night. Hey, so early in the game, Shane Robinson made a terrific running catch out in right field. We did the StatCast thing and how fast he did it. I said it reminded me of a young Mark Gubicza in the streets of Philadelphia chasing Trans Am with the flow. Well, someone tweeted us a picture of Gooby in front of his Trans Am.
Oh, yeah. What a fantastic ride that was.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What size shirt is that, a medium? Seriously, put that thing back up.
The collar up and everything else. It was cool breezing.
Did you have the collar up?
Yeah, cool breezing.
Oh.
Yes.
Welcome to the gun show. Smith and Wesson. Are those pleats in your jeans? They are.
Leave me be, please.
They're mom jeans, man. You were wearing mom jeans in front of your Trans Am. What in the world?
Man. Why, oh why? Oh. And why did I get on Twitter?
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
National Pleats in Your Jeans Day. When's that? Hey, can we bring that one back?
Hey, they work perfectly at the dry cleaner.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Man, you wore it well. Like you posed for that picture too, didn't you? That's not like somebody just caught you randomly
yeah,
walking
I
out.
was just walking around, just hanging out.
Hey, Mark, can I take a picture?
Oh, sure.
That feathered hair looks good too, man.
Oh yeah.
Do you have the comb in the back pocket?
Oh, that was automatic.
Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike.
Couldn't leave the house without that.
Oh,
No.
man. If you had roller skates, it'd be like time for couple skate only at that point. That's how good you were looking. You know, we can't see the shoes though, so maybe you do have roller skates on in that picture.
I know I definitely wasn't wearing socks, that's for sure.
No. Yeah,
No,
well,
no,
why would you?
No. Oh, yeah.
Three 1. Revere shoots one out to center. Goodwin moving over. 2 down.
Yeah.
I mean, with that look, you could have hosted Solid Gold back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe the metal show on MTV or something like that. Maybe that was more my style.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're pulling that look off on the metal show on MTV, big guy. I'd like to see you interview Gene Simmons with that outfit on. I'd love to take the credit for the picture, but somebody sent it to us, tweeted us earlier in the game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where's that picture from? Seriously. Toward the hole, red dome?
Looks like it's going to be the Indian.
Where's that from? Is that a card?
That was actually in our program the year I think we won the World Series with Kansas City.
So in '86?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it looks good.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
7-0.
It's never a bad time to keep showing it.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, the new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your 22 Southern California Mercedes-Benz dealers, committed to delivering the best or nothing.
Top of the ninth here at the Big A. It is 7-0 Angels. Jose Alvarez takes over to pitch the ninth inning. He takes over for David Hernandez, who had a 1-2-3 eighth. 42nd game of the season for Jose. 0-3 and a 5.23 ERA. He's going to get 9-1-2. Heisey, Goodwin, and Rayburn. Heisey tonight 0-for-2, a fly ball to center, a strikeout. No runs, a hit, an error, 2 left on for the Nationals. 7 runs, 9 hits, 6 left on for the Angels. One ball, 2 strikes. As they try to wrap it up, pick up the 4th win of the season for Alex Meyer. That one's in tight. Now toward left, not very deep. Veer coming on. 1 down. The performance tonight by Alex Meyer. 7 shutout innings, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts, a walk. 2 base runners allowed so far in this game. The walk to Rendon with 2 outs in the 5th, the first base runner of the game. Then the 2-out doubled by Goodwin. Eventually stranded at second base.
This great stuff, great tempo, under control throughout.
Here's the 0-2 downstairs. Double by Goodwin, his 12th of the year. Now the 1-2. Tight. Called strike 3. Down goes Goodwin. 2 outs.
And a great location on that fastball from Jose Alvarez. Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Alex Meyer, outstanding. 7 shutout innings. It's 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 7 punch outs. and a perfect game going into the 5th inning before that walk. You talk about a nasty breaking ball, good fastball command throughout. Great game by Alex Meyer.
Rayburn, tapper foul. Oh, 2. Here comes the 0-2. Rayburn strikes out, swinging, light this baby up. Shutout victory in grand fashion. A one-hit shutout from Alex Meyer, David Hernandez, and Jose Alvarez.
And against that lineup that the Nationals have, to be able to shut them out on just one hit allowed on the offense. C.J. Cron, a mammoth home run. Mike Trout, big fly himself. No, that's for a couple hits in the game. Well-balanced game tonight for the Angels against arguably one of the best teams in all of baseball. The Washington Nationals pulling off this second game of this 2-game set, even up at 1 piece before going to play them again in Washington.
Yeah, it'll be in mid-August. The Angels haven't had a one-hit shutout since 2014. And in that one, it was C.J. Wilson, Joe Smith, Houston Street. September 17th of 2014 against the Seattle Mariners. Mike Trout's homered in back-to-back games. He's down in the field with Alex Curry. Alex.
Mike, back-to-back nights you have blasted a home run after missing 6 weeks. Do you finally feel like you got your groove back?
Yeah, just getting a good pitch and hit and not missing it.
Now, Alex Meyer was lights out for you guys tonight, giving you 7 shutout innings. What kind of boost did he give this team?
It was huge. Throwing strikes and his breaking ball was unbelievable. It was fun to play by him today.
Now, as you guys are still in this wild card race, talk about the importance of wins like tonight.
Yeah, every game's going to be important here on out. We're going to come play hard and take it one game at a time.
Well, congratulations on the win. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, the Angels split the series against the Nats tonight for a final score of 7-0, and then after an outstanding performance by Alex Meyer. Stick around for Angels Live with Patrick O'Neill, Jose Mota, and Tim Salmon coming up next.